Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nurshazlin Natasha bin Eddi and I'm supervised by Dr. Shahabuddin S.Amerudin, and today I would like to present my final year project titled Development of Hutan Paya Laut Geotagging and Identification System. So without further ado, this is my presentation outline that will be discussed on my presentation today. So let me briefly explain what is Hutan Paya Laut. Hutan Paya Laut is located in the tropic and subtropic on the riverbanks and along the coastlines. It is adapted to anaerobic conditions, salt and freshwater environment. Many species of trees that can be found here, such as api-api putih, bakau minyak, berembang, nyirih batu, and many more. In spite of its ecological and economic significance, Hutan Paya Laut under threat from human activities, in addition to natural causes. In terms of climate change mitigation, Hutan Paya Laut serve as carbon sink, and loss of Hutan Paya Laut can result significant release of stored carbon. So, how we can protect the Hutan Paya Laut? How we can conserve and manage the Hutan Paya Laut? This is where the GIS Geographic Information System plays the roles. We provide the best solutions to protect the Hutan Paya Laut, such as we provide the spatial inventory and measuring with the times. What are the advantage of using the trees inventory? We are able to provide the information of tree health, species, size, locations. With the data that we identified, we can provide the species diversity and distributions, the percentage of canopy coverage, size clustering, distribution, and other data. In this research, the main concern is about the local communities in Kampung Sungai Timur, because there is a Hutan Paya Laut that exists along the Sungai Rembau. The current techniques for them to monitoring the trees is just jot down on the paper, and they just monitor it. Depends on the times and the schedule. So we wanted to provide them the better systems in inventory of the trees, so that they can monitoring, follow the dates, and however these techniques can protect the Hutan Paya Laut. So I have made some of the literature review. The current common approaches in monitoring the Hutan Paya Laut are using satellite images and UAVs. Those are really expensive method because we need a professionals to conduct the instruments, and those techniques are usually made for large area. And however, these approaches still need a validations from the ground truth data collections, so it is time consuming. Secondly, in inventory applications that exist on the market right now, usually they don't apply the geolocation functions, which make the users difficult to conduct the inventory for the next few months or the next few years. So we need a comprehensive GIS formatting these trees. So data collections for spreadsheets which written on the paper still a conventional method. So we wanted to provide them the better techniques to avoid from time-consuming methods. After the problem statements identified and have been discussed, the aim of this research to develop the Hutan Paya Laut Geotagging and Identification System for Kampung Sungai Timur and Geovisiting, comprising Android application and web mapping based applications. So by the end of this research, the objective need to be achieved is review the research requirement and users need to develop the new systems by connecting the URA. To develop and Android applications of Hutan Paya Laut Geotagging identification system that use QR code tag as an identification tag and web-based applications. And finally, to test the developed system by using the white and black box texting method. In preparing the data sets for base map preparations, I have collected the data from GIS9 and also MapGDI. Both organizations have provided the same data. However, I have made filtering the data to ensure that both organizations provided the updated data for the development. This is the research area for this research, which is in Kampung Sungai Timur Negeri 9. The software that helps in the development of this system, I use Hostinger, which is the web server hosting provider, which consists of HTTP server, MySQL database, and interpreter scripts such as PHP. For the Android developments, I use the Cordilas application, which is the free online suite for mobile apps development. It mainly provides an drag and drop Android app creator. And this is the hardware used in the development process, which is my main laptop, and also the Android phone for the Android developments. Several studies have been made to identify the similar applications that implemented the tree inventory that exists on the market. Firstly is the web-based tree information systems article, which they have built web applications for tree register systems, which was created with ArcGIS Online. However, the data that they have been gathered into the web application is actually manually inserted on the paper first before they proceed on the ArcGIS Online. So they have not implemented the style of entering data of the tree with the location data into the database directly using the mobile device at the study area. Secondly is a tree inventory registry system from Alpan, which actually they have created tree inventory registration systems via mobile applications. They have designed in the tree registration form, but however they have not implemented this task of automatically locate the coordinates of the trees. They're still using the Google Maps from outside applications. Then they jot down the coordinates on the form of their mobile applications. Thirdly is which is the locally applications from a low-cost mobile geospatial to manage the field survey data collections of plant pests and disease. They have integrated the mobile data collector together with the web-based mapping tools for operates the data collections of pest and disease data. However, they have not implemented the tagging trees with label. So these techniques of tagging is actually helps in monitoring purposes. And the last one is from Idris also, which is a student science tree inventory. They have integrated mobile data collector embedded with the quick response code technology, and also they have provided the web-based mapping tools. However, they have not implemented this task of showing the accuracy of the GNLs to locate the coordinates before they send out to the database. Some of the applications are automatically locate the coordinates without it know the accuracy of the locations that have been captured by the Google Maps or any API used. And also, this application does not tested and used for Hutan Paya Laut environments. In developing the Hutan Paya Laut geotagging identification systems, we involved 7 phases: planning, analysis, design, implementation, testing, deployment, and maintenance. In planning phase, the literature reviews are conducted. Recommendation made by the previous research for the developments of these tree inventory is observed. In requirement analysis phase, the interview sessions with the clients was conducted and the user requirements are analyzed. So from the analyzations, the privilege of Hutan Paya Laut geotagging application systems are made for administrator, geotagger, and guest. Then we provide the data flow diagram to perform the process model. This figures shows the data flow diagram for the systems that will be developed, which is the geotagger, guest, and also admins. So the geotagger are able to provide the information of the new tree taggings and also updating the tag trees. And the guest is only able to see the data visualizations and to query the data. For the admins, that they have been able to register the geotagger and updating, deleting the tagging mangrove information, also the updated one, and also they are able to generate the QR code. In design phase, the physical design is divided into 3 categories, which are application logic design, user interface design, and database design. So this figure shows the architectures of the Hutan Paya Laut geotagging and integration system, which involve the web application architecture and Android applications architecture. So the web applications will visualize all data collected, whereas the Android applications will act as a field data collector. So both of the applications will connecting to each other by updating the real-time data that we have stored into the MySQL remote database on the web hosting server. For the application workflow for the Hutan Paya Laut geotagging identification systems, for the web applications, mainly workflow shows that the administrator have to sign in into the accounts in order for them to generate the QR code and also register the geotagger. For the Android applications, the main task is to to fill in the information of the tagging trees for the new tagging trees or the updated tag trees. So the first task, they have to scan the QR code in order for them to fill in the tree IDs. So from the fill in of the information will be submitted into database, which will be stored in the MySQL database in the remote server. After identify the application workflow, I have designed the user interface to ease the development process. For the Android applications, I use the mockup prototyping, and for the web applications, I'm using the wireframe. This actually can visualize what we're gonna develop. So, this figure shows the database design for the developed systems. A new tree taggings data will be stored on the trees tables, while for the updated tree tag will be stored on the update tree. These tables is separately because the updated trees is performed for observing the data for different epoch. So the different measurements can be observed by the date of the data inserted. In implementation phase, first step is setting up the web hosting, which is the Hostinger as shared hosting is used. The hash panel, which include the file manager to store and run all the files of the scripting on the server side, which is in PHP, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and also include the MySQL database, as shown in the figures. For the web development, the main task is visualizing the tag trees on the interactive maps. So the leaflet, which is the JavaScript library used to provide an interactive map on the web. And the data read as a GeoJSON format. Furthermore, the several basement layer used, which such as the leaflet, OpenStreetMap, and Mapbox. This figure shows the implementations of those libraries. In the web development, since the systems are providing the QR code generator, hence the Google Chart API is used. For Android application development, as mentioned before, I use Cordula applications for drag and drop Android app creator, which mainly blocks based. In these figures provided here, the blocks for the location sensor and also QR code scanner. So for the location sensor, identify the coordinates of the positions of the trees or the geotagger. And for the QR code scanner is for scan the QR code that tied on the tree trunk and identify the tree ID. In order to connecting to the MySQL database that are remotely on the server database, I call the PHP script to connect with the MySQL server database from the Cordula, as shown in the left figures. On the right figure shows the PHP script in order for me to call the MySQL database for the synchronizations of the data. In testing phase, testing method used are black box testing and white box testings. For the deployment phase, the data and component placed in the production environments plan to deploy on Google Play Store, and short video and training is given. In the maintenance phase, bugs and errors identified and fixed during the utilization of applications, and this stage is ongoing for 2 weeks after the deployment. Now move to result and discussion sections. I have successfully built the web applications for the Hutan Paya Laut Geotagging identification systems with the hostname given is www.kstutm.com. As shown in the figures here, it is Explore Tree Map menu where the interactive map is included as have been implemented. The data for the points, features, and also the polygons of the boundary of the Kampus Sungai Timun is read as a GeoJSON format. And on the right figures shows the distributions of the species of the trees tagging with the pop-out display message shows the information of the trees. On the review tree data menu, I include the trees completed, which is the count analysis for the tag trees and also the number of species. Also shows here is the tables for the data captured in order to see the specific information of the specific trees ID, just click on the view, and it shows such as on the right figures. So from here we can identify the growth of the trees from the first tagging informations to the updated informations. For the administrative side, they are able to generate the QR code as shown in the figures here. This is the QR code generator. The admin have to provide some details to generate the tree IDs, and after the generate QR code button is clicked, then the QR code will be available as shown on the right figures. This QR code can be printed out in PDF formats. For the Android application, the privilege given is to the geotagger and also for the visitors that comes to the campus Timuns. For the geotagger, they are able to tag the new trees and update the tag trees, but they have to have a registered account. This shows the form figures where the geotagger can fill in the informations, and as you can see here, the accuracy of the location captures is shown. So before they proceed to save the data, they will be looking at the accuracy, and approximately 1 to 5 meter is the best accurate. And for the Hutan Paya Laut, species options is given on the drop-down option menu, and as in the figures shows the QR code scanning. The examples of the QR code is scanned. On the guest side, the guest can scan the QR code on the tree trunk when they're visiting the campus Sungai Timun for the information of the trees. So they just click on the scan QR code here button, and the retrieval of the information will be occurred. On both geotagger and guest menu, the map and also the info menu is provided. So for the map, shows the location of the current positions of the pupils of the persons, and for the info shows the measurements of the tree height, scattering, and diameter info for the references. After successfully develop the both applications, the evaluations must be made. So for the internally testing, the white box testing is used. First performance of the system's Android is submitted. The data to database is tested and reviewed. The whole processing code is executed with a few testing data, and the time is recorded. So the accuracy of the location sensor is always changing to follow the surrounding interruptions. Data inserted in the database from mobile application immediately after button is clicked. So the security of the server is guaranteed due to the SSL certificate provided on the hostages. The black box testing is made by the testers of the community. They are impressed by the web map showing the cluster of the trees that have been tagged, and all the information provided are understandable. The tester also satisfied with the geotagging method. The location and accuracy range that the tester always receives is in between 1 meter to 5 meter, which resulting the accurate locations captured. The tester certified the interfaces due to the easy to use and user-friendly. So far, there's no problems occurred during the deployment of the application. Hence, I can conclude that this research is success due to the successfully developed the applications for web and also Android for the Hutan Paya Laut geotagging application systems. These are several features that can be obtained from the developed applications for both web and also Android. So mainly because the location accuracy can be shown before the data is inserted into the database, so that the visitors can view the accurate locations of the trees, and used QR code technology for accessing the tree ID, and focusing mainly for Hutan Paya Laut. Recommendation for the future developments, hopefully it can develop in iOS platform and also provide the geoanalytics that can show pattern and predictions regarding the Hutan Paya Laut. Before I end my presentations, I would like to show a demo of the applications that I built. And this is demo for web applications. With that, thank you for lending your ears to listen to my presentation.